Welcome everyone to another episode of Starmade. Today is kind of a special episode. First of all, I want to thank you so much for your support. Keep on liking the videos and I will keep on making them. Especially for this episode, I'm sure also SCHEMA would appreciate your endorsement and your thumbs up. Show your support for this game, as a lot of work went into it for years. I believe now almost a decade. And don't forget, I'm pretty sure SCHEMA will watch this video, so this is your chance to also leave a comment and tell something to the developer himself. But here it is. In today's episode I will present you with the answers of the Q&A I made with SCHEMA, the developer of Starmade. We have done this in a written way. It took quite a while, I'm sorry for that. First of all, there were so many questions coming in, and then it took me a while to actually send it to SCHEMA, and he also obviously needed some time to answer the questions. Now, since I know a lot of you don't like to read sorry, that was mean. What I meant to say is, I'm sure some of you would appreciate if I present the answers and actually read it out to you, so you can go ahead, play a game or so and listen to the Q&A. And so let's get started right away. Okay guys, meet SCHEMA. I'm so glad you are here.
Hello Nathan, it's nice to be here.
I'm so glad you agreed to this interview. I gave you a deep voice because I don't actually know how you sound, but I would imagine a guy creating a game like this must have a very deep voice, so I gave you a deep and manly voice. I hope you don't mind, don't hate me for it.
Oh, don't worry, it's okay Nathan, don't worry.
Thank you so much, SCHEMA. Do you want to get started with the questions?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay, question number 1. What made you start Starmade?
Oh, that's easy. My love for gaming and creating.
Fair enough. How did you come up with the idea for Starmade?
Oh, I've always wanted to combine different aspects I love into my dream game. I had it more like a Lego thing before, until I discovered that a block system like Minecraft would be much more suited.
Okay, interesting. So what is your favorite part in Starmade?
I love how extensible it is. How players can find totally different roles in the game, and also of course all the great minigames people come up with.
Okay, so on the other side, what is your least favorite part in Starmade?
I always try to improve the parts I don't like. My least favorite part is probably that I have to do it one by one and not faster all at the same time.
Okay, that leads me to my next question. What is the biggest problem in the development of Starmade?
It's not actually a problem per se. In the development, scalability is my main focus. So with every new feature I implement, I have to take very good care that it is within the bounds of that. Also, the core has to be in the right place. Just throwing in new features without too much thinking is a very bad idea in my opinion, and can ruin a game in the long run. You have to make sure everything fits together, and also take the time to make the tools to make them fit better, like the weapon block faction stat configuration I externalized.
So you already have quite a large community. How do you intend to advertise Starmade and grow the community even more?
Well, Steam is coming very soon. Smiley face.
No, but seriously, that is actually really great news, SCHEMA. I love that idea of finally getting Starmade to Steam. So, do you have to think about your game often in everyday life?
I work every day on the game, so yes. Smiley face. And even if I can't work on the game, I still think about it all day.
Another thing my viewers were curious about is, what are your opinions about a soundtrack?
There is a lot of musicians who wanted to make it. As soon as the game is ready for a soundtrack, I will publicly announce it for everyone to send us samples. From that we will decide.
So are there many features still planned, and how long until the beta?
There are a lot of features still to come. Foremost is the mission system, but also some upgrades to be able to make the game more distributed. But I can't tell too much detail about that.
Well, I hope you can be a little bit more specific. My viewers also send a lot of questions in for what you actually have plans for. So do you have plans for blueprints for stations?
Yes, it's in the queue for a long time.
Do you have plans for an inbuilt recorder?
I don't fully understand. A video recorder? Not at the moment, as external recorders are working pretty good and it would be just reinventing the wheel if I did it in-game.
I know, I guess it's just, you know, kind of like a modded thing. You have to pay for most good external recorders, but I know what you mean, SCHEMA.
Yeah, let's not worry about it.
Yeah, let's just continue. So, do you have plans for drivable wheels for planets?
Yes, although skid racing is already possible, but I can also add wheels. However, since the game is focused on space traveling, it's not too high on the priority list.
Do you have plans for a hyperspace feature?
Well, hyperspace is still planned, but we are waiting a bit to see how the new universe develops. This would be a feature that could be a bad implement if handled without care.
Okay, plans for pistons, rotors and alike?
I plan to redesign the docking system soon to basically abstract it from the docking system to a more versatile system that would implement exactly those things, such as pistons, rotors, etc. This is another feature where scalability has to be considered and implemented with care to avoid a few hundred motors slowing down the game.
Oh yeah, I understand. So, plans for new enemies, NPCs, weapons?
Well, this is in the works, although we probably will need additional 3D artists soon.
Any plans for modding capabilities?
An API is currently in work, but I couldn't do too much on it these months because of Steam. There's already a minimal interface and there are a few mods for Starmade already actually.
Okay, so next, plans for nukes? Smiley face?
Well, actually yes, the missile plus pulse combination has been altered this version and will be buffed next version to represent that.
Well, the next question on the list has already been answered, but Starmade on Steam and Workshop?
Very soon. Wahahaha.
Next up, do you have plans for a creative mode?
Well, creative mode is in the game already via admin commands. It just needs a nice GUI and automatism to be easier and faster to use.
Okay, I see. Do you have plans for NPCs controlling ships?
Yes, that is planned.
Okay, I see, a man of few words.
Just continue.
Okay, sorry. Do you have plans for a player cloaking device?
No plans yet, but something like this will probably come in the future.
Okay, do you have plans for black holes?
Already there, smiley face.
That just shows how old these questions are. Oh, let's continue.
Yeah, go on, Nathan.
Okay, do you have plans for improved pirate AI?
Well, they should be behaving a lot better next update. There will also be more options for players to command ships.
Okay, so plans for orbiting moons around planets?
That is planned.
Creatures and animals?
In the works.
Personal armor?
Planned.
Okay, I see there's a lot to look forward to. Do you have plans for merge blocks to combine ships?
If any, it would be a reversal of the break-off, and probably only available in dry docking to prevent abuse.
Okay, and the last question on my list from my viewers is, do you have plans for connected textures for blocks, e.g. for display?
Yes, that is planned, although the display is a different overlay and could be modified even easier.
Okay, well, that was basically all.
That was easy.
I thank you so much for being here for my viewers. I'm sure they really appreciated the word from the man himself.
Ah, come on, it was nothing.
No, really, you're my hero. Thank you very much for this game. I know you are on it for a long time, and I admire your passion for it.
Thank you very much, thank you.
Well, I wish you the best on your way, and hopefully we will stay in contact, and maybe we can repeat this in a few years and see how Starmade has developed and evolved, and what the community will be like, what the features will be like. I'm sure there will be great things things in store for us.
Well, thanks for having me here. I wish you the best of luck too.
Well guys, that has been it with my interview with SCHEMA, the developer of Starmade. If any of you got confused, that was not actually SCHEMA talking.
I'm sure a lot of you know.
Thank you so much for all the questions you sent in to make this interview possible. And again, thanks SCHEMA for taking yourself the time to answer these questions.
No problemo, hombre.
Okay, see ya.
See ya.
Bye bye.
Bye.